You say, "Welcome to Cigar Time." Your friend, ever so friendly.
Waiting for.
He didn't
Taking a
point yet.
second.
Oh, damn! I really got you that time.
And
Yep.
welcome back to Cigar Time, your friendly neighborhood show all about premium cigars. Scott's here.
Yay!
I knew we were down something. I just
Those missing posters worked.
gotta drag him back.
Against his will.
Yes,
I was ready to come back this time.
really.
It was more work than ever. I mean, it's
It's because I'm everything.
no,
Yes.
no.
So, welcome back.
It's good to be back, Bob.
Call me Bob. And
Sounds like
Scott
a call
brought
in here.
gifts. He brought us back the cigar we were smoking today. It is the West Tampa Tobacco Company. It is their Circle of Life cigar. Brand new from Ricky Rodriguez and collaboration with EP Carrillo, Ernie.
It's a great combination. I would
Yeah.
love to be able to talk about the blend, but they will not disclose the blend,
That
at
is
least
correct.
not yet.
That is correct.
It's a beautiful cigar.
It's gorgeous.
The wrapper is
I like
absolutely, and the band. believe it
Yeah,
or not.
I was going to say I hate to sound like Tia.
I was thinking the exact same thing. You know what's fun? This
It's really
looks this looks a lot like, almost exactly like the new what's that company? AJ 20th anniversary. It's
haven't
not going to
seen
be
it
out till
yet.
the fourth quarter, but I'll show you a picture of it later. But they look very similar. But
Really?
yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
So we're smoking a Toro, which
So-
Small cigar.
appears to have a significant amount of heroin in it, which bodes well for the future.
They say that it's mine doesn't really have that much, but they say it's just a straight. Yeah, that one. Does. They say it's a
Does
straight
mine.
medium-bodied cigar. So
We shall see.
we shall see. So you have
It's-
had this cigar before, correct?
I have, but I just want to emphasize that this cigar is not available yet. This is a pre-release. It
Yeah.
should be available middle
End
to
of
end
May.
of May.
That's what I heard, yeah.
I'm waiting for a confirmation from Ronnie. I texted him last night. Ronnie's the national sales manager, local guy. And everybody knows Ronnie. Who am I talking about? Why am I explaining this?
Well, because the people out in TV land may not know who you're talking
Oh,
about.
that's right.
We all do.
No, we're not on. We're not in TV land. We're in YouTube land.
Same thing to me.
Was Leslie there?
Hmm?
No,
Of course, I think anything gets done.
that's true. She is an extremely hardworking person. She's got like
She's cool.
3 jobs.
She's super cool. Too.
She is.
Who's that?
Leslie, Ronnie's wife.
Oh, okay.
So tell us.
She's way too good looking for him.
No, absolutely.
I mean, I love Rami, but
Me too. Ronnie outpicked his coverage, man. He really did.
I think
he married up.
what a lot of people were talking about, both cigar companies and the the retailers and manufacturers was the timing of the show, because normally it's in July.
Right.
And I think the industry's been bugging the what is it? Or the PCA. We're on our third name. The PCA, we've been bugging it for at least since I've been around, since 2006, about making it earlier in the year, because this is when they launch a lot of their new products, and they're launching the products. The show was normally in July. By the time we actually get the stuff on the shelves, we're starting to exit our prime season.
Right.
And even there's some stuff that doesn't show up till November, and it doesn't do us any good. So anyway, so we as retailers have been pushing to have it earlier in the year. So that's why we had it in March this year. But what I don't think many, including myself, thought about was what the timing does in terms of, well, just what it does. Because we didn't, I don't think, because this is the first year it's been earlier, we didn't really plan for a certain thing, and that is, so you sit down to do your ordering, and you're like, okay, I need to order for April and May, in June and July and August. And then you're like, wait a minute,
How am I going to do that?
how am I going to pay for all that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't a lot of people are like, yeah, you know what? I don't think as an industry, many of us thought about that. Like, oh, whoa. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the manufacturers are doing like extended releases. What I mean is like shipping some stuff now, shipping some stuff in 2 months, that kind of thing to spread the payments out.
Split shipments.
And I also wouldn't be surprised if there are deals later in the year, like July or August. I think because of what happened this year, I think next year, and it's next year the show is in April, so it's even
Little
better
later.
timing.
Yeah.
Because now we're really starting to kick into our stride, and by the time stuff shows up,
They're at the height of the season.
Yeah.
exactly. So that was the thing. I don't think we were all like, yay, it's when it's supposed to be. And we're like,
wait a minute.
hold on a minute, hold on, wait. So it was. I know that hit me. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh,
March is too early.
wait a minute. Yeah,
March is
well,
too early.
I believe it was in. I'm speculating that they did it in March because it was all that was available, because this was. I don't think this was pre-planned
Yeah, I
many
think it
many
was last
years in
minute, yeah,
advance. So I think that's why, and I also think that's why we were in the Las Vegas instead of the Sands.
Oh, okay.
So,
But they're also looking to get the cheapest rates too.
of course, yeah.
So it may be cheaper at the Sands, or maybe cheaper at the Sands in July, but cheaper at the what was it this year?
Could the Las Vegas
Convention
Expo Center or
Yeah.
whatever.
It might be cheaper there in March.
I think it also could have to do with, I suspect that the PCA pushes hard to stay at certain hotels.
Yes.
A little too hard, and then so I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second. Like I know we get a discount, but something tells me the PCA gets something for that.
I'm sure they do. But
So-
the thing is, those hotels aren't the cheapest hotels either.
No.
I mean, last year and previous years, it's been at the Sands, which is connected to the Venetian, which is not the cheapest
By a long shot.
Right.
And yes, you get a discount from that. I mean, it's what, like $300 a night there.
I don't know, but I looked
Okay,
at
you can
it.
get it at like for $200.
Whoopee.
Okay, yeah. Whereas when we go, we stay
Treasure
at
Island.
Treasure Island,
yeah.
and it's much cheaper.
Yeah.
So
Although they're slick now, because you're like as low as $69. I'm like, oh shit, $69 a night. All right. It's like, yeah, there it is. Monday 69, Tuesday 69, Wednesday 75, Thursday 80, Friday 270,
yeah,
Saturday 300. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what? So
As low as
yeah,
69?
yeah.
I
No,
actually
but they're
got-
not wrong.
I actually, they changed some stuff at the place that I stayed. Used to be able to, and one of the reasons I choose this hotel is because they still have a bar. You can still smoke cigars there, but they have two pools, and one of the pools was up on the third floor of one of the buildings.
Mhm.
You could have a cigar out there, and that's why I chose this hotel.
Right.
And so security officer comes up and like, excuse me, sir, but you're not allowed to smoke cigars here. I'm like, when did this happen? I'm like, I've been here for if that's the rule, okay. But I've been here for, I've been on 6 years, and it's never been an issue. And they're like, yeah, well, I go, when did that change? And they were kind of like, well, not too long ago. And I'm like,
So it didn't change.
oh,
No, they just don't want it.
I'm like, hold on a minute. I was like, well, geez, there's no signs posted or anything. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're having them made up. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second. So I'm like, all right. So I was just like, I'm not in the mood yet. So I leave it alone. So like the next night, I brought a cigar with me that I bought. I finally went to
I don't know.
Ashton Bar down in Center City.
Uh-huh.
So I brought a cigar that I bought there with me. It was something that's made specifically for them. Like a $35 cigar. I was 20 beers in or whatever when I bought it.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at the bar. It's a bar lounge, the Casbah. I light it up. Somebody comes up and they're like, "Oh, just want to let you know that we have a private event here, and everybody has to leave in 15 minutes." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "But I just lit this. I go, this is the $35. I lied later and said it was 50, but I'm like,
Well,
are
if it
you
was
kidding?
out, if you brought it out there, it
And
might have been.
There's no signs, no nothing, and even the bartender was like, yeah, they should have put something up. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, how come that person didn't say anything, the bartender?
I don't know. I don't know. So, and I didn't.
And
say
this is where
but-
you stayed, Scott?
What's that?
This is where you stayed?
Yeah.
So
And,
the
it
chicken
took me-
ranch is getting tough now?
What did you say?
The chicken ranch is getting
Yeah.
tough.
It took me 4 tries to get into my room. I was just like, "Are you?" Then I got angry. But anyway, so after this episode of the bar, I'm like, this is why I stay here. So I go over, and for me, I was actually very nice. I asked the manager, "Can you come way down here because, like, in case I get loud, I don't want to get kicked out like I have been before for different reasons."
Different
but-
reasons. Yeah.
But I explained to them, and they're like, "Oh, we apologize." I'm like, I know you're sorry." She goes, "I know you're tired of hearing we apologize." She goes, so she took the resort fee off my room, which is
I'd say,
significant.
yeah, a lot of money, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and gave me a $100 food credit. So I'm like, no, all right,
There you go.
cool.
I'd still rather smoke a cigar.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
But I told her, I'm like, look, the one was a AJ Fleur de Lis. Actually, they're not AJ. Sorry, my father. Both cigars were my father. And one was, I told him it was like, one cigar was $25, and the other was like a $50 cigar, and I can't smoke it. And so they took care of me. So I got that going for me.
Well, there you go.
Good, doing good.
Good. All right, I want to hear more, but Moose, let's get first impressions.
Well made. It's got the right squeeze test numbers. Decent amount of smoke, not overly
I think
abundant.
it's a ton of smoke.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but the ash is really nice. It's burning very well. I get I can't put my finger on it other than to say I get this rich flavor. Couple of things going on with the flavor, but it's rich. And it's just a great tasting cigar.
I'd put it low on the strength scale, at least so far.
Yeah.
But it's got a ton of flavor, and you're right. It's rich flavors, hard to identify.
Yes.
But I would definitely say there's a lot of Secco in this cigar.
Yeah,
Because as soon as I lit it, my mouth just dried right up.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
100%.
That's not due to old age or anything like that, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's a common. Well, that's the second means old age.
Okay.
You know, I thought it was because I couldn't sleep last night. I was up watching a movie and ate popcorn, so my mouth was all bleh. So I was like, I thought I couldn't identify the flavors because of that. But so that, I mean
I don't get
that's
any
not a bad
popcorn
thing.
notes
That
out
just
of it.
means that there's a lot going on.
I mean, maybe when we
It's-
get further into it, the subtle
should, yeah.
flavors will start introducing themselves.
Absolutely.
In.
Right.
But right now, it's just a rich, mellow flavor.
It doesn't always have to be subtle. Sometimes it can just be where it's at, and you don't have to pick out any nuances. You
True.
just
But it's
enjoy
very,
the
it's
flavor.
very rare that a cigar comes out like that.
Yes. They usually try to go after particular specific notes, and this is just a combination that works.
I'm comparing it to a beautiful
I'm getting
symphony.
creamy, but mouthfeel versus flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what everybody said, especially Paul with the Secca. Yeah, I'm like pounding
Dude,
the
I can't-
water over here.
I can taste the cigar and the richness of the cigar, but my tongue is so dry.
Yes.
It's like I can't get anything.
So
You
many
know?
Retro
jokes.
Halo.
Yes.
I just
So
tried.
many jokes going around.
You know,
here.
it's
Just
funny.
letting them go.
Rob and I
Well, let
were
'em fly.
texting about this last week. I think it was last week. Maybe it was Monday. I don't know.
I'm putting
One
one
of the-
of cigar in my mouth.
You said you should- yeah.
I did that the other day.
I smoked one of the new cigars from Rocky. It's Year of the Dragon, and it uses, and what made me text you, Rob, is because it uses 14-year tobacco that's
Right,
been
right,
aged
I
14
remember,
years.
yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? And it had this real tangy, sour notes to it that you could taste on the side and the back of your tongue.
That does not sound good.
Well, no, no, but when I retrohaled, well, let me. So I text Rob and I'm like, and I didn't tell him why I was, but whenever any cigars that I've had that have been aged a long time, I I get that same type of flavor slash like mouthfeel. So I texted him and I'm like, I don't think I like aged cigars very much. And I'm gonna assume they were aged properly.
What,
And-
was this a 14-year aged cigar or 14-year aged tobacco?
Tobacco. But my point is I've had lots of like 15-year-old cigars, 20-year-old cigars, and I'm like, they have like a sour note that I don't like, and that I don't know if it's just me, but so what made me think about this is smoking this Rocky that had 14-year-old tobacco, and I'm getting the same thing. I'm like, does anybody else experience that?
No, I actually haven't thought about it.
I would say I don't experience that in general.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it could be just me, and
that's possible.
I guess it depends on who aged the tobacco and how they did it.
sure, yeah, I thought about it was how it's fermented, but it's been all like across the board, and I came across all these vintage cigars. It's like I don't know, 20 different cigars, and all of them, I was just like, Just-
Yeah, it happens.
That's a technical phrase.
Yes.
Blah, blah.
exactly.
Cigar has a lot of blah in it.
Something we
Comes
use in
from
the industry.
Romania.
Yeah,
Nobody got that joke. Okay.
I didn't hear it.
I said it comes from Romania.
I was thinking Seinfeld.
Like
Like
Dracula.
Dracula.
Like Dracula.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Bite your
so-
mama good night.
So there you go.
Drink.
So
Drink
I-
your
I-
juice before
I'm
it
not-
collapse.
I'm not getting I'm not getting a lot that I can taste because my taste buds are so dry. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I was just I made
If
a
you
list.
take a little drink
I did.
and then puff, it's a lot better.
I did.
Give it a shot.
Although, back to my aged tobacco story, but I concentrated on retrohaling this cigar I was having,
Mhm.
and then it was very enjoyable, like with with the
Right.
olfactory senses.
Right.
But in my mouth it was the sides and the back of my tongue. And yeah, I did not enjoy it.
Hmm.
But on the retrohale, it was very good. A lot of new. I wrote down a lot of the new stuff that's coming out.
Okay.
And as this, well, I guess the trade show just ended last Monday, so, but not, only one of these cigars is out yet. Of course, there's from West Tampa and EP, there's the Circle of Lights, which we're smoking now. There's also, for those of you who are West Tampa fans, there's a new Attic coming out.
Different blend.
So I don't know much about it. I mentioned this on another show, and I asked Ricky about it, I don't know, like 6 months ago. He was over in Fraser. I went over to see him. So I don't know if it's a different blend. I'm not sure what the deal is with that.
Okay.
There's two new CAO coming out. I think it's called the FASA. I might be screwing that up. But there's two different blends. One is a red label, one is a brown that I thought were really good. The one with the orange reddish label was pretty full power.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
CAO Fasa.
Yeah. There's a new.
I wonder.
Not Mufasa.
I wonder who's blending for him.
Which would
now
make the
that
circle
Ricky's
of
not
life.
there.
That's what I was thinking.
You know,
Grandchildren.
I met the new brand ambassador, but I don't know
if he's a blender. Or not.
I don't know.
Okay.
So this is already out. There's a new Blackened. It's a Blackened Connecticut.
Yeah.
Um,
Fade to black or something like that.
Shade to
Yeah.
black.
That seems awfully counterintuitive.
It does.
Yeah, it does, but it's cool. And that's the only one. And it's a nice cigar. There's a new Tatuaje 2012 Tuxla, a new 2015 Tatuaje, the AJ 20th. Remember my father last year's TAA cigar?
Yes.
My Father Brown, we
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that I'm not getting into, but that was they made a mistake by making all those sizes for TAA, because they wanted to launch that cigar
As a regular line.
as a regular line, but they had to wait a year. Well, it's been a year, so
Now they're coming out.
now that's available.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's very good. 'cause
That was a good cigar.
It was a
Yeah,
good
very
cigar.
good cigar. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not a different blend. It's just different cigar.
Just name it
Yeah.
differently.
So yeah, what everybody else does is for the TAAs, they just, okay, here you go. Here's one size, and
Right.
this is your TAA cigar, and we can have the same exact blend and everything else.
Right.
But they messed
They
it
did
up.
it opposite. Usually they come out with a line and then make a TAA. This time they
Size.
made a TAA. Now they're coming out with the blend. Okay.
Exactly. So that's
Burns
coming
is
out.
like
I forget
five?
what it's called. I want to call it
Yep.
the vintage,
Damn.
maybe.
I feel like a piker now.
There also is a new. My father has a new Fonseca with a Mexican wrapper, a San Andres.
Really?
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
it was very good. I had that while I was out there. It's a new Macanudo I mentioned to you, the Emissary. Haven't had that yet. The Mil Diaz Maduro. is coming
Yeah.
out.
No,
I-
I'm excited to try that.
Yeah. Tim Osner has something coming out with Crown Heads. I was like Simba. I forget what it's called, but he's wacky ass names. But it looks just like the Bosphorus. But that may have been the best cigar that I think I've had from the show. It was
Really?
It was
The new Osgetter?
yeah. It was
Really?
It was really good. I had it last night.
Oh,
I'll have to. I'm gonna put one in your
you
bag.
did. I
Okay.
think you did.
Okay.
There was one that looks like the phosphorus.
Okay, yeah, then that was
So-
probably it. There's a new, it's called Lifeblood, or Blood of Life, or something like that, something blood from Crown Heads. It's pretty limited. The new Sancho Panza that I actually had that last night, or 2 nights ago.
Is that any good?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Because that's a price point cigar.
Mhm.
The whole line
Yeah,
is.
but so's Bolivar, but they're both fantastic cigars.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it's.
All right, then. Back off.
Oh my God, you're starting already.
There's a new size in the Sin Compromiso from Saka or
Yeah,
Dumbarton.
Dumbarton,
They
yeah.
also have a new one called it's a smaller cigar. I can't remember the name. I couldn't find it before I was on my way over here. Like Palmetto or something like that.
Palmetto?
It's something like that. I apologize for that. I couldn't find it. And then Rocky has the new it's a 2024 Year of the Dragon. There's also another one called the Rocky Patel Gold, which
Okay.
looks. I thought when I was at the booth with Alex, I thought he was smoking. Like, you've been smoking the Monte Cristo 1935, and you're like at the trade show in your booth.
Yeah.
It looks a lot
Really?
like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty good. So.
All their stuff looks good at the show. Rocky stuff. The way they do it.
Mhm.
It's
Oh,
really
yeah.
nice.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. His
The
booth is huge too.
the new Osgetter is called Aramis,
Like the.
like one of the three.
The Three Musketeers?
I almost said the Three Stooges.
Kids wouldn't know anything
Really?
about that.
No.
I don't think that's what. I don't think that's what it said on the band, but maybe that's not the name of the cigar on the band. It just says Osgener, and then there's where I can't read.
Got a
It's
flat
entirely
spot.
possible.
Maybe you just looked it up,
Yeah, I just looked it
and
up, and
according
there
to,
it was.
according to them, that's what
Got a
that
flat
is.
spot on my cigar. Looks like partial box rest.
I'm trying to think. There's like people ask me what's new, and I'm like later. I'm like, oh wait, that's what that says.
Aramis on the bottom.
No, yeah.
That is not what was on the one that I had.
Yeah, the one you had said sucker.
It said something, but it wasn't. It wasn't that.
Maybe that's one of the sizes.
What, sucker?
No, Aramis is the line.
Okay.
That's odd. You know what? Yeah, at this point.
But you said it was the best one you smoked out
It was
there?
very good,
What
yeah.
else was that stood out to you?
Not a lot because I haven't. You know, you're walking around.
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
And I wait, and the stuff that I want to try to see if it's any good and bring back. I just started, like last Thursday, and I'm doing it like company by company instead of just individual cigar. There was one cigar that was now the one from Tim was the best cigar that I got at the show, but I had that here. The best one that I smoked out there was the Ferrin Perez. It was really, really smooth and creamy. But I'm not gonna bring it in because I so wanted to like the rest of their cigars, and it's one of those where they've got the box, and they have like maybe 1 or 2 sizes. It might have only been one size. I'm like, I can't just bring in one size. The packaging was great, but none of the other stuff was just. It just. I really wanted to like their stuff because I wanted to bring that one cigar in, but it just it won't. It'll
You
sit
can't-
there. It'll
you
get
can't
lost.
just-
That's
Yeah.
that FP cigar?
Yeah, yeah. So I think I'm gonna remember the Lampert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dave Lamp.
yeah. I had a couple of those. So I'm gonna bring some of those in.
It's hard when you bring stuff back from the show. You forget who gives it to you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had some
This-
stuff. I'm like,
who was this? Yeah.
this? and
I hate that.
I proved your saying last night with the
So-
first cigar. We smoke them so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
That new Osgener, interestingly, is made by Ernesto in
Really?
the DR.
He's
Not,
making a lot of stuff.
I mean,
like
that
this
used
one-
to be a Crowned Heads project. The
I assume,
Osgeners.
I automatically well it's distributed by
It's
Crown
just-
Heads.
yeah.
Okay.
But this time they didn't make it. It's got a Mexican San Andres wrapper, Ecuador Sumatra binder, and here's interesting, the fillers are Dominican, Nicaraguan, and Connecticut broadleaf in the filler,
Really?
which is very unusual.
Was it? It's a.
It might not be a Medora though. It just might be the broadleaf.
Well, no, it's a Mexican San Andres
Wrapper,
wrapper.
but I'm
But
saying
that doesn't
the
mean it's-
Connecticut broadleaf in the
It sure,
filler.
it sure looks like a Maduro.
No, no, I'm
Oh,
talking
you
about
mean the
The
broadleaf?
broadleaf in the filler.
No,
that-
no, you
probably
would,
not.
you
Why do I
would
think
rarely process
Yeah, right.
for
exactly.
unless you're doing like a triple Maduro cigar.
Right.
You would rarely put,
blackened.
you'd rarely put,
Why
Now-
do I think there's? Why do I think there's two different cigars?
What?
Because the cigar that I
They
had
only-
it could have been San Andres, but it sure as heck wasn't Maduro. I mean, it could have been a natural.
So it wasn't that dark?
You know, can I see that, Paul? And it had a footband. It had like a orange footband.
So
no,
maybe they-
on their own website, they only list 3 brands. That, the Bosphorus, and the Synesthesia.
Yeah, but
which-
these companies come out with a cigar and it takes them 6 months to finally put it on their website.
You went to Drew Estate, you said? The blackened, the new one, Fade to Black, whatever it is. Is it still all Maduro except for the wrapper? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because that would be interesting, just keeping the same blend, just changing the wrapper on it, making it, it looks like a Connecticut, like an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper. I keep talking, fucking to you. I keep saying that. An Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper on it, but
It's interesting because companies usually go the other way. They make a Connecticut cigar and then they want to make a Maduro,
right,
so they might tweak the blend a little bit.
right,
But this way you got a full-bodied Maduro,
right.
and you go the opposite way and put a Connecticut wrapper on it. That combination is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Nicaraguan and Connecticut.
Has anybody noticed a subtle change in the flavor of this tobacco?
I'm getting, you know what? I'm getting through the retrohale. I'm getting an almond taste. I don't know if anybody else is.
The richness has calmed just a little bit. It's still there, but I got a little pepperiness and a little citrus.
I'm not getting any pepper at all. I
Just
did
a
get
little
I
bit.
did get a hint of citrus. Yes.
Yeah.
I did get that.
That's where I'm at right now.
I'm finding that it got a lot more creamy, and there's some baking spice, I want to say, like nutmeg, coming through.
Yeah, they put the cream in the front of my cigar. I got the creaminess early.
You sure you're not
Maybe
smoking
it's
it backwards?
Yeah, smoked it. Yeah,
No, I'm not. I'm not positive. Oh,
It was a rough trip, huh?
Texted you. Yeah, it would have been last night. I said I did it again almost.
Oh, I didn't get that.
I dropped it. I didn't text it 'cause I dropped my cigar and picked it up by the wrong end.
Yeah, I came out the other day. I put my cigar out. I came into the back room, and I put my cigar. I thought I put my cigar in the ashtray. Came out and I picked it up and put it in my mouth. I'm like, this isn't my cigar.
That may be the worst feeling in the world
It's
when you
absolutely
know
the
that
worst feeling in the
you're
world.
smoking somebody else's cigar.
Yeah.
I've done that a couple times.
It's nasty.
And you really can't call yourself a cigar smoker
Yes,
unless
yeah.
you put it in your mouth the wrong way at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't shove it in my mouth. I do it
You sure?
slowly, so that I can feel the heat, and then I look at it.
I think
I
that's,
have gotten ash in my mouth though.
I think that's what happened to me last time.
You got what
when
in your
I
mouth?
texted you that I did it
Yeah.
again. I think it got close enough that the heat, because I never got any blisters or anything,
Oh.
and I'm like, that must be what it was. Although I was,
As soon as you taste an ash,
I'm
you
sit-
get
I'm
it-
sitting
get
in
it
the
out
bar.
of your damn mouth.
I'm sitting at the bar in Vegas, so what am I drinking?
As fast as you can.
I don't know.
Cool.
Oh yeah, cool.
So
I was gonna
I'm-
say a Black Russian.
I'm going like,
Did it
I'm
have an
like going
umbrella in
ash
it?
and
right, in, right
straight in,
You've done that before.
like swirl it up. Okay.
Oh my god.
What was I gonna do? It was a
Throw the cigar out and
Fresh
drink the
glass.
drink.
You pay for it. You might as well drink it. Were there many people at your hotel?
no.
Really?
No, that was so disappointing. They were
Yeah.
very. Normally, now that they usually have the TPE at that hotel, which
Yeah.
they did again this year, but and it's packed with cigar people.
Yeah.
Packed, and it's the bar is awesome, and you're talking to all kinds of people.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Not this time. No, I mean,
That's a
Miguel. I
shame.
saw Miguel was staying there. I saw him a couple times.
Just sit with
The
anybody?
guys from Cavalier. Yeah. I mean,
Cavalier is a great line that doesn't sell.
yeah.
Yeah.
They sold it first, but it just kind of.
That
It's
Inner
like almost
Circle's a
everything.
great cigar.
The Inner Circle is
Very
great.
good.
The ones with the
sell.
gold in the band.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like those.
So do I.
The Inner Circle, that was it last year? It was 2 years ago.
2 years
That was
ago.
the best cigar
It was
that
the
we
best
had.
cigar that we had, yeah. Absolutely.
Were you out there? You were out
Yeah.
there last year, right?
Not last year. The year before.
Year before.
I know.
Oh, that's right. Kim was out there.
Kim went last year, yeah. Was she there this year? Yeah.
You know, I didn't run into a lot of people. I run into like Dave Mayer like every 35 seconds.
And he had a new joke every time.
And you know what? That's the way it is. When you see somebody, you see them all the time.
Yeah.
But then you go to another show, and you same thing. You'll see one person, and then you'll see that
And then you
person.
see that person
and you
all
don't
day.
see anybody else.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
saw Weisenberger once. I saw Miguel a couple times. I heard Sam was out there, but I didn't see him.
Yeah. Like Sam. Sam's a good example.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see Sam once, and then you see
He's
him like
everywhere.
100 times.
Uh,
It's crazy.
I saw Joni a
Okay.
bunch of times. I didn't see Trey. He was out there, but I saw his dad.
You didn't see Trey or Wade?
Wade. I saw a bunch of times. Then and Alan Price, but I didn't see. Trey was out there, but I just didn't. I think they're huge March Madness and college basketball fans.
Oh, okay.
So
They were probably in the sports
I
bar
think
the
they
whole
were.
time.
I think they were like they may. I don't know. Maybe they were dividing and conquering so they could watch more basketball or something. I don't know. But I
Okay.
just never ran into them.
Huh. How about
Lena, I saw.
how about Jeff from JM? Sorry. He's probably at the bar. I mean, that's the best spot
I
to
don't
see
think.
him.
I don't think he goes out there.
He goes every once in a while.
Really?
What about John Geese?
Didn't remember
No?
seeing him.
Well, you would remember seeing him if
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
Huh.
Saw Omar. Like
Also hard to miss.
I just felt bad. He's like, come on, we gotta get it. I'm like, oh, I can't do it, Omar. I
I
can't.
love him. I love
can't.
him. He's one of my favorite manufacturers, but we just can't sell his cigar. It's just,
Nobody wants
it's
it.
just nobody. I know. It's
And,
just- nobody here wants it. Nobody in our market wants it,
I didn't get a chance to talk
Except
to
when he's in the store.
except when he's here. 'Cause they all
Everybody
love him.
loves
Everybody
him.
loves Omar. That's exactly right. And he's one of the greatest guys I've met in this business. But he just,
Yeah.
for some reason, can't sell a cigar.
He should stick to Rockets.
Rockets,
Yeah. The
So-
cigars are good. They just
they are good. They just don't sell.
can't move them. I don't. Just, it is what it is.
The Inversa, I think, is one of the greatest cigars out there. It just can't sell it, and you can tell people it's a really good cigar and this, that, and the other thing, and they buy it the first time, but they won't go back and buy it because it's too expensive.
Did you ever have the from Foundation, the new Charter Oak? I mean, I say new, but it came out last year. It comes in like one size. It's like a Corona size.
I don't
Charter
think
Oak.
so, no.
No.
It's good.
And it's
Really?
it's
It
not
was-
in the Connecticut Maduro or Habano line.
No, No, they're completely different cigars. So take a $10 Corona. It's fantastic. But you had to meet certain requirements last year to order it. Same with I think it's called the Ascus.
Well, the problem with that is
The
meeting the
Ascus?
requirements.
That's what I
We
thought he
order
said,
it, we
too.
just don't get it in. Charter Oak has been on
He's
back
still got
order
check
for,
flag.
I don't
He's
No,
know.
well, I
order.
mean, with Foundation overall.
Ah,
there's a-
that's
I
that's
mean,
like the Olmec. You can't get, if you don't order so much, you don't get the Olmec either.
Yeah.
So, which is, I have one in my humidor. I'm gonna smoke later today. It's a great cigar. Love it.
Did you, speaking of which,
Shut up.
did you take the, whatchamacallits off the shelf?
Yes.
What's this?
Good move. He asked me
Stickers?
if we were out of the.
He did?
I'll
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. So,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Mil DS.
Yeah, me too.
Miguel said it was really good, and I was like, Crown Heads, and just, but all right.
they make good cigars.
They do, but they don't. They stop selling after a period.
Yes. Like
They have-
like the Mil Diaz did.
They have a
Yes.
short, they're good cigars that have a short lifespan.
Almost all these cigars will have a short lifespan. Almost all of them. It's the way it is now. Just
The Encore Black might have a little more life when it comes out.
maybe.
Well, if it gets good rating too. I mean, that has a lot to do with it.
I did
Well,
not see.
it's Ernesto, it's likely to get a good rating.
Need a great blender.
I did not see Robert Caldwell anywhere.
Really? He didn't have his little table and
No.
a folding chair?
Well, he sold the company.
Well, yeah,
So
it's true.
they have he actually I saw a video of him that was out there. He said
Who did he sell it to?
Luca Rica. It's a pipe company. They're mostly
Oh, right, right,
pipes.
yeah.
But he said, yeah, he says, here I am. This is the first time I've had a booth in a trade show in like 5 years.
He usually has like a folding table with folding chair and his cigars just piled up on top of it.
Well,
And nobody's ever there.
with all of the boutique stuff that's come out in the last couple of years that hasn't sold, his lost and found business should be humming.
Yeah.
They've got to be good cigars.
They started.
Well,
didn't you
that's
say,
true.
Didn't you say they started making Lost and Found now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no longer him
Yeah,
finding.
finding.
I don't know
stuff.
if that was part of the deal. Lost and Found may not be part of the. It could very well may have, but Caldwell is separate than Lost and Found. That's a whole.
Yes.
It's a different business.
Yeah,
But,
it-
now they're manufacturing lost and found.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was funny the first time I ordered Lost and Found. I get to looking at my credit card bill. I'm like, hotel. It's like $1,000 for some hotel management, or I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, screw this. So there's a number on the bill. So I dial it, and I look at my phone. It says Robert Caldwell. I'm like, what? It's one of his stupid ass names he has for his companies. So my point, Lost and Found might be a different company that he may still, because it wasn't just his either. I think it was him and Tony Delato and Jack Sears. So he may not have been able to sell it.
How about Matt Booth? Was he there?
Of course, yeah. He was holding court.
I'm sure he holds
In,
court all
in the
time.
general booth?
Yeah, General Booth was packed
Oh, we haven't been there in how many years?
since 2019, I
Yeah,
guess.
something like that. Yeah,
So
well
5
before
years?
COVID. Yeah. Well, maybe not well before, but before COVID.
I think 2019 was the last time.
So that's 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Tim was not there.
Tim?
Tim's never anywhere.
Did
Especially
you see
not here.
Ryan?
No, I didn't see Ryan. I was in the booth several times. Doc was there, but I didn't see him. I wanted to say hi, but yeah, no.
He came in a couple weeks ago. I talked to him for about 2 hours.
Who?
Doc.
Doc? Okay.
How about Tommy Mack? Did you see him out there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course.
And his
He was
baby.
His baby wasn't there.
No?
No.
There's a shock.
Of course, Johnny was there. Joe was there. EPC, Joe Moscow.
Oh, John
Veronica.
Commerce. Was he there?
Yep. Saw him. I didn't. I said hi to
Sneak
Nick
error.
Jr.
Yeah.
I talked to Nick for like a minute. He's always so freaking
Junior
busy.
or senior?
Senior. I talked to each of them separately for like a minute. That was,
Did they have the small booth?
Yeah. Yep.
That's why.
Even smaller.
Even smaller than last time? Wow.
I think so, and what I was surprised, because they do such a great job with, you know, and all the research they did and the
Design and
36 inches,
presentation.
yeah, and they didn't have a whole merchandising wall set up. They had
Really?
like
They usually
separate.
do that.
Yeah.
They did
Um,
last time.
I know, but they did not. I saw Arthur; he was there.
Arthur's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
How about Jeff Owen? Was he there? Or no?
I'm not sure. I don't.
He's the one I talked to most. I don't even talk to Joe as much.
No, I don't.
I talked to Owen or Jeff.
Oh,
Jeff
really?
Owens, yeah.
No, if I'm placing an order while I'm there, I usually meet with Ralph.
Okay.
I think he's like the West Coast rep or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jeff's their national sales manager, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What about Placencia? Did you see them?
Yes.
Nothing new?
No, just there's a new size in the Coseca 151 with Cortez.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
A
But
smaller cigar.
yeah,
They're
I
all
think
small.
I think the Cortez is like it's almost like a nub size, I think.
I think they also extended their 149. They have a figurata coming out.
In the 149.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Okay.
And the newest cigar we got from them is the little Petite Corona in the Reserva Original line.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic
Is it?
little firecracker.
Yeah. I like the Reserva.
That's a good cigar.
The original might be one of my. I can't
Nah,
say it's my
mine's the-
favorite.
Mine's the
But I'll
149.
Oh, see, I like the I think it's called the Edmundo or Eduardo. The Eduardo, it's the green band.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's.
that's
but-
good.
but-
It only comes in 2 sizes though.
No, it's 3 sizes now.
There's a
blue-
Churchill, a
I
Toro,
never
and,
saw
and the
Churchill. I saw the
six-sided
Toro and
the-
Gordo.
and the 6 though.
Yeah.
I never saw the Churchill.
Yeah. We had it here briefly. It sold out in a hurry.
I don't like stuff.
Yeah, but that was it. I think Ashton. There's nothing new.
Were they there? Did they have a bigger presence than what they had last time we went together?
No, I
Really?
There's nobody there.
There was nobody there last time. All they had were tables, chairs, and they had way too many tables for as many people as they had at the booth.
Yeah.
The show.
And then the next one is like Drew Estate has like 50 tables and it's not enough.
No, that's true.
Oh, I talked to Chris Dunn.
Oh, did you? How's he
Yeah, I
doing?
talked to him for about 10 minutes. He's doing good. Doing good.
He's living out in California now, isn't he, or something?
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't recognize you with the short hair.
Oh, really? Short hair?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he cuts it like once every 3 years and donates the hair,
Mhm.
something like that
That's
to
cool.
make wigs.
Yeah.
He's such
So
a
there are
great guy.
women all over the world wearing Chris Stone's hair.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Stone's another one of those guys who are really good guys in our business.
Yeah. Hmm?
So.
And he's a perfect personification of the Drew
Of
Estate.
Drew Estate, yes, absolutely. And he's
Well,
totally opposite outside of doing the job, and he's outside of it. I've
He's
talked
a
to him,
different
he's
person.
a totally different person. Yeah.
Wasn't
It's like
for him,
Matt
we-
Booth.
If it
Yeah.
wasn't for him, we might not even have Drew Estate here.
That's probably true.
Rob,
Yeah.
I am now picking up a different flavor.
What's that?
Remember I said it was citrus?
Yeah.
It's now become one of your favorite. No?
Woody?
No?
Tree bark.
Orange peel.
Orange peel.
Peel notes.
Sorry, orange.
I'm
peel mix.
actually getting that citrus now.
I am getting. I still get the
Yep.
citrus.
And I'm
think
getting a
I'm
little
still
more
doing cigar
pepper too
backwards.
this time.
What?
I'm also getting a little pepper now too.
I'm still not getting any pepper.
No, I'm not
But,
either.
but the dryness, the secco, is dryness. My
Eased
tongue
off.
is eased
Yeah.
off. Yeah. So, who else? I was going to say something else. Allie wasn't there, was she?
Nah, she's not in the business.
Maybe would have talked her back into coming back or something.
Nah, I wish. She's awesome.
Yeah. She's out in Minnesota now, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember who. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that we've. I mean, there were some booths I wanted. I just didn't end up having time.
No.
Also, team up.
Oh, September, you didn't go there?
No,
You see Chip?
I saw the back of his head. And then there's some stuff I don't even remember. I didn't remember seeing them here.
Was McAuliffe there?
I didn't see them.
Really?
If they were there, I didn't see them anywhere.
Wow. How about LaFleur?
Yep, they were there.
Kyle,
Kyle's not there.
he left.
Oh yeah,
Left, he left a
Kyle.
while ago, didn't he?
Dude, you know what he's doing? His wife got a job in Hawaii.
Oh boy.
So he quit his job with LaFleur. They moved to Hawaii, and now he teaches surfing. He's a
Good for him.
He's a surf instructor.
Good for him.
Funny,
That's-
last time I saw him was on a beach in the Dominican Republic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. the guy
Did he
comes
have
up.
a board with him?
No, but I'm sitting there and he comes up and he's like, "Hey," I'm like,
Do you think it was?
"Hey,"
Do you think it was Rich Eisen?
I had no
'Cause they
idea.
look exactly
I
alike.
had no idea who it was, and he takes his like sunglasses off. I'm like, "What the hell?"
What about John Lipson?
Now
Lipson.
Lipson, was he there?
No, I didn't
Oh,
see.
you know what? He might be with
No,
Forge.
No, he wouldn't be because Alec Bradley's with Forge. That's like the only
Yeah.
the Macanudo and Alec Bradley, the only ones I can remember which goes with which company.
He's with
I
Forge.
can't remember. I'm like trying to order Forge stuff from Danny. Like I can't keep it straight.
Yeah. So Dan was there?
Maggers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Right. Well, somebody-
Cameron was there. I didn't see him, but I stole his table. We needed a table, so I said, "All right, Cameron, you're out."
We're out.
He wasn't sitting at it, so
Snooze, you lose.
move your meat.
So, all right, let's put a number on this, Moose. Final review and put a number on it.
Other than the things I've said about it, I haven't picked up any new flavors. I'm enjoying this so much, I'm giving it a 9.5.
Oh,
Wow.
Very nice.
I found the pepper suddenly picking up. Overall, I really like it. I give it a straight 9.
I'll give it a 9.25. I know that's what you were gonna give it. It's a really good, and Moose, you said it was really rich in
No.
flavors.
Yeah.
Can't identify all of them. I mean,
No.
I did identify cream. I agree with Moose with the citrus, and Paul, I'm getting the pepper now. But a lot of that's more mouth feel. Like I know it's pepper because I'm tasting it here, and I know it citrus actually. I taste it up here too. But so yeah, 9.25. It's a great cigar. I don't know the date yet, but we are doing we're doing a launch in Colmar with this. So
Oh, good.
you guys will find out the date when I'm just trying to nail down
Nail
Rami.
down Rami,
Actually,
yeah.
I think he texted me while we were here. So trying to figure out exactly when this is going to be ready. Like when I mean ready, I mean on the shelves,
Yeah.
not in the warehouse. So
Right. Yeah.
but Rami will do us right.
I'm sure he will. And Rick, no chance Ricky will be here. No.
He's not traveling right now. Just because he's just too damn busy.
No, I'm sure he is. I'm getting, other than what you guys have already said, I'm getting all that, and I am starting to get the pepper.
Yeah, when you get to a certain point, it's just a little bit.
Yeah. I get the creaminess and the citrus, and other than the stuff that you guys have already said, I'm getting an almond taste through
On the
the
retro.
retro hail only.
Really?
Not, yeah.
I think if it did not have that blast of Secco at the beginning,
Right.
this would be a much better cigar than it is.
I'm starting to get the dryness is starting to come back.
Yep.
You think? I'm not getting that one.
And to me, that is the weak point of this cigar. Too much Secco.
Or
It's possible.
It could be the.
Secco, is that the cheapest tobacco? Like, not cheap as in cheap tobacco. It's just like less
It's
expensive.
less expensive, and it's it's an interesting tobacco because it's not used for flavor hardly at all. It's
Right.
just used
Burning.
for
combustion.
combustion
Yeah.
and mouthfeel.
Okay. So in order not to agree with Scott, I'm giving it a 9.3.
Yeah. Au contraire.
Just- 'cause I don't
Just
wanna agree.
because.
Just because.
can respect
You
that.
you ornery cuss.
And I don't want to go to a 9.2 because I think it's better than a 9.2, so I give it a 9.3.
Could have been a 926.
But, I could have. Damn it. Shit. So, all right. So there it is. Scott's adventures in
Vegas.
Nevada.
Not as exciting as the last time, or 2 years ago.
2 years
COVID.
ago. COVID. Oh my God, that was horrible. Oh, did you go back to?
Of course I did.
You don't know what I was going to say.
Gavril,
No, that's not what I was going to say. I knew you were thinking that. That's not what I was going to say.
Fremont.
No, I know you're not going back there.
No, back where? I can't think of any other place we've been, we've
No.
been to like 3 places whenever we go there.
No. Did you go back to the TI and go to that seafood restaurant?
I thought about it, but I didn't. I walked past it. Does that count?
No.
I thought about walking through it to go over to the escalator to have it off of it, but I did have the drink.
Did you?
And the first cigar I had when I was there, I had to do it, and I'm thankful that Davidoff that actually had it was the Oliva V
131?
double Toro.
Oh.
No, double Toro in honor of Sal. So
Oh, yeah. It's a shame.
yeah,
It's a good guy, man. Really good
he's
guy.
the best, man. So yeah, he
Yeah.
passed away while I was there, and so that was the first cigar I had in honor of him.
Wow. Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. The seafood place at Treasure Island has one of the best meals I've ever had.
The nachos.
The nachos. Oh my God.
At a seafood place.
It was a seafood nacho.
Oh, okay.
It was awesome. Probably one of the best meals I've ever had. Ever. Not just in
Sheltered
Vegas.
child.
I mean, ever, man. It was awesome. And what's crazy about it is I must have gotten COVID after that because I couldn't taste anything after that.
So the last taste you
Last taste I
got.
had was that seafood nachos, which was phenomenal. If you ever get to Vegas, go to the Treasure Island, the seafood restaurant in there. One of the best meals you ever have is the seafood nachos. Seriously, it was awesome. You wouldn't think it would go together,
Right.
but it
No, I
was.
had a tough time. Like I mean,
Thinking about it, but it was
See, it's
tremendous.
because you use the word nachos, and everybody's got a preconceived notion
Right,
of
of
what
what it is.
nachos are supposed to be.
But it's.
But the nacho chips you can put anything on them, and it's going to taste good.
You're a jerk. So yeah, but the seafood nachos was phenomenal.
there was one.
You want to stop
I
him
wanna
in his
go back
tracks?
there just for
Blow
that.
a ring.
There was one.
Works every time.
The only accessory, and somebody just it was at a booth somewhere, but it looked just like this, and it works just like this, but it like had a melon baller, and it like took a little like a melon ball out of the
A
end
scoop?
of the cigar.
Like a
It-
scoop?
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I saw somebody that had one, but I didn't see it anywhere.
It wasn't at. Stop that. It wasn't at. Oh, did you see Michael G?
No.
At
I'm sure he was there, but I didn't.
Quality Imports?
Right.
So,
Had no. I mean, I didn't need $5,000 in lighters and cutters.
yeah. How about Ron Melendi?
The purveyor
The purveyor, the
himself.
cigar purveyor?
No, I saw Bobby Toro.
Oh, did you?
He's Gurkha, right?
No, why was Bobby Toro there? He's forged.
Oh, maybe I did see Ron Melendi. Maybe I got those two mixed up. Is Ron with
They
Gurkha?
look nothing alike.
Is Ron with Gurkha?
No,
Ron Melendi's with Lotus and Integral.
he doesn't do cigars, even though
He's called the cigar purveyor. He does
Huh.
accessories.
cigars that you've never heard of.
I didn't see Ken Mansfield. I didn't see our best friend, David Blanco. No, they had a booth, but I didn't see him.
How about Dave Wagner? No one's ever seen
I
Dave
haven't
Wagner.
seen him since 2007.
Dave Wagner.
I did talk with Corey, that's the first, I texted him, I'm like, I'm sorry to bother you on a Saturday.
Yeah.
He says, but I'm like, they asked him this question, he goes, I'm here at the show. I'm like, what? He said, I haven't been to the show in 5 years. So,
Yeah. He's, okay.
so yeah, sure. Our audience is not
Oh, yeah.
excited about people they've never heard of,
That's
other
true.
than Rami and Miguel.
So
it's
thanks for
hard not to
watching.
know Rami and Miguel.
Thanks for watching, and next week, yeah, we'll be here again.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Ciao for now, everybody.
Smoke often and smoke happy.
Life's too short to smoke cheap cigars.
Yeah.
You got it right.